Hello, this is Jeremy Esplin, Program Manager for Unified Communications here at Fishers Technology. And today we're going to look at the online meeting aspect of the new Elevate application. Some of you may already have the Elevate application installed on your computers, and you might be wondering how to use that meeting function, so this should serve as a training video for you to get going as quickly as possible there. If you do already have if you already do have the Elevate application, you may need to update your application to get the full impact of this training video. You can click on the gear in the top right of your application. If there's a little red circle with an exclamation point in it, that indicates that you have an update pending. If you click on the gear, it'll guide you through on how to update that application. There's a few things I want to focus here on. I'm not going to go into the call controller or the soft phone functions of this program. Those functions are covered in our other training video, our other Elevate desktop application training video. So we're not going to touch on those. We're really just going to focus in on the online meeting aspect. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open it up. Your application is going to look like this when you initially open it up. It's going to open up to the chat function. You're going to have your past chats here. If you have not been taking advantage of that, please check out our other video on the Elevate application, Elevate PC application. There's a couple ways that you can initiate a video conference. The primary way is by clicking on the video conference or meeting button off to the left here. It looks like 3 balls connected with strings. But you can also invite individuals to an impromptu meeting. When you do that, what it's going to do is it's going to show you something like this. It says Mariah has started a meeting, and then it gives you a join button, gives you a join by phone option, including the pin. She accomplished that by pressing this Meet Now button. That'll immediately launch a meeting, send the other attendee the meeting information. Super quick, super convenient. But if you're trying to start a meeting maybe with multiple people, if you're trying to start a meeting with people outside of your own organization, you're going to want to use this button over here, the meeting button. If we click on that, it's going to take us to this screen. This screen has a few options here, and we'll just go over what those look like. The meeting URL, this is a unique URL that will allow you to customize what you want your meeting the title of your meeting, the URL title of your meeting to be. This can be your first initial and your last name. It can be your first name and your last initial. It can be whatever the purpose of the meeting is. But do keep in mind that these URLs are can also be in use by other individuals as well. So if you put something generic in, like meeting, it will not allow you to do that because it already exists. But this is training HPBX Go Meets. That's the one that I chose for this one because it is unique. But yeah, you can modify this to be pretty much whatever you want. Do keep in mind that it is URL. It only accepts alphanumeric characters, so letters and numbers only. No spaces or special symbols. By default, this will be just a random collection of letters and numbers. You also have the join by phone option, which again is the telephone number. This is your personal conference telephone number, and then it has a pin here. So if somebody were to join by telephone, they'd enter in this pin and hit the pound sign. You can copy this info to your clipboard. Then you can then paste it into maybe a Word doc or a PDF or an email message. But you can also send via email. If you click on Enter My Meeting, this will start the dedicated meeting software, the web conferencing and meeting software. Once you enter your meeting, it'll give you a couple of options. It'll ask you to confirm your audio and video options. You can see I'm right here. You can, elect to turn off your webcam if you would like. You can elect to choose a different webcam. You can also elect to choose a different microphone. You can choose a different set of speakers. As you can see here is my volume. This is my voice. This allows you to test your microphone. You can also click on test speakers right here, and it will play a test sound for you. You can also dial in just simply by using your telephone. What it will do is it'll turn off your computer's audio and will give you the telephone number to call into. You hit update settings, and what that will do is that'll take you into your meeting. Now I'm going to go ahead and maximize this. Here, once you're in the meeting, there's several things to look at here. If you had additional attendees that come in, they'll show up here in the left. If they join by the link that you sent them, they'll likely join in Google Chrome, or they'll join in their browser. They may need to download an extension, but it's really painless. They don't require passwords or anything like that. Just simply the link is enough to get into your video. If they come in via PC, they'll show up with their first and last name here, and you'll be able to see their network connection, connectivity, and you'll be able to see whether or not they're talking. People who are actively talking, you'll see the little lines come off the side of the microphone there, so you can tell who is talking. You can mute users just by clicking on that microphone. That'll allow you to mute them. You also have the capability of muting all attendees when they join. So when they initially join, they'll be muted. They'll have to unmute themselves using this this browser here, or this application here. If they are on a phone, they have the option to unmute themselves by pressing a key combination, which will be announced over their telephone. Down here, you have your meeting info. This is your static URL, so this never changes no matter what you name the URL in the main portion of the program. So this is consistent. This is also shows you the telephone number down here. You can copy again that meeting information if you need to invite somebody in the middle of the meeting. You can also click on the email link there, and it will again pop up your email clients. You can minimize this bar. You can go ahead and minimize that if you would like. There's a couple tabs up at the top here. You have attendees, chat, and notes. Chat and notes are available in the premium package. Those are not available in the basic package. If you don't see those options, you probably have the basic package. If you'd like to get the premium, you can definitely speak to your VCIO, and they'd be happy to give you a quote on what that looks like. You have a mute all button right here. The mute all button will mute all the attendees. So if it's a particularly loud and boisterous crowd that's in your meeting, you can click on mute all, and it'll mute all of them. Chat, it's just a simple chat function. You can copy and paste URLs, put in whatever you'd like into the chat box. Also has an emoji bar, if you're so inclined to use those. The notes function, just like this bubble says right there, note functions allows you to keep notes on this meeting. So if you need to keep track of the notes for any reason, you can. Here in the main window, you can modify whatever this greeting is. You can click on the pencil icon. It'll allow you to enter in whatever you would like here within reason. So if it's monthly team meeting, you can enter it in there. It'll change it, and any attendees that join will see that. Again, you have quick access to your audio and video options. If you need to change your microphone input or your speaker input or output, if you need to change your video settings, you can do that from here. You can also click on Share Your Webcam, and it'll bring up the webcam on your computer. You can elect to turn that off if you would like, however you want to use that. You also have the capability of sharing your screen. If you have multiple monitors, it will show you all of your screens. So I have three monitors on my main desktop computer. This is one of my laptops that we're recording this on, so we only have one screen to share. But if you click on that, it'll allow you to share your screen. It's important to note that as soon as you share your screen, everybody in the meeting will be able to see it. So it's important that you keep in mind you don't want to have personal information or private information available in there. Anytime you want to stop the screen share, you can go ahead and hit stop screen share. Now, there are a couple of options right here, share files and videos, and record the meeting. Again, those are available with a premium package. If you're looking at the premium package as an option, you want to speak to your VCIO, they can give you a quote for that. The basic meeting that every user has at Fishers includes yourself as the host and up to 4 attendees. The advanced package has up to 50 attendees and yourself. It gives you the ability to share files and videos. It also gives you the ability to record your meeting. A couple of the other abilities it gives you is, again, the chat and notes function, and you also have the custom branding function. So that's really nice if you want to have a nice background in your meetings, right? So it gives you the option to put your own logo up here on the top left. It gives you the option to give your meeting a nice background as well. So that's super great. All of that's included in the Pro package. If you click on the dots right up here, you also have the option to get back to your audio and video options, like we saw before. And if you click on this phone icon, it will switch your audio to a phone. It will again, it will turn off the audio on your computer, and will just bring that audio over to your phone. And it gives you the number you can dial in at. I want to show you real briefly how it looks when a phone dials in. As you can see, we now have a cell phone that has joined our meeting. Our cell phone friend has joined muted because I had elected to mute new attendees. He can unmute himself by pressing *6. And that will unmute him, and that will allow him to speak. If he's making sound, you can see the little sound waves coming out of the phone. So that's pretty neat. That allows you to see who's actively speaking. If you need to mute this person for any reason, say for instance they have a lot of background noise, you can click on the phone icon, and it will give you the option to either mute or do not mute. If you need to remove people, you can also click on their icon or their number or name, and you can choose to remove them from the meeting. Keep in mind, this will not show them any information for why they were removed. And there we go. They are now removed. Now the chat function also will log when you muted the client as well. So that's the long and short of it. I hope this was a good educational video for you. And I hope you get a lot of use out of this. Again, you're capable of hosting your own meeting with yourself and up to 4 attendees. This is really great for collaboration inside your business. So please use it if you'd like. Thank you very much for watching this video, and please watch the rest of ours if you have not. They're very educational and should show you a good deal about what your phone system is capable of. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.